Saturday Showdown, T1 versus Gen G Esports.
Why did my brain completely blank on Aatrox?
Aatrox, yes.
I don't know why, but I think it's because I got distracted by the fact that a crocodile could happen once again. But instead, it's going to be the casually adjusted K'Sante. See what they can do is, of course, Peanut Zac is something to be feared. I'm worried about Doran, though, and how he's going to go in that matchup. Definitely a lot of questions that need answering. Let's hop onto the Rift so we can get that done. Gen.G, 하나, 둘, 셋.
Gen.G fighting!
하나 life. 하나, 둘, 셋.
하나 생명 fighting!
Mid laners will
Aftershock.
see one another.
Yeah, Aftershock on this Zac. So once he goes in, you're going to have a tough time dealing with him. He's going to be very annoying, very sticky in skirmishes.
Do you know what I want to see this game? I want to see Viper slide over a wall, and at the same time, Zeka rocket jumps and Peanut elastic slingshots, and they all land on top of the same person.
While someone is getting all outed through a wall?
Yeah, getting a little bit aggressive here as he is going to charge up the slingshot. Doesn't actually find pace. Stretching strike still going to land as his flash is already on cooldown. He's only level 2 and he is dead. Viper collects first blood, and that's 400 gold for Azeri. Just hoovering up all the
Hen's so smart to check here.
Yeah.
And now they can just put the pressure onto Peanut.
Yeah, looks like Peanut will be able to get out of there, but still, Lahens gets a whole bunch of little rocks and feels pretty happy about it.
He's barely caught by it there.
Oh, speaking of which, let's see whether the Stretch Armstrong can land yet again. No, the bubble is going to land instead, and the arms are going to be dislodged. As he walks halfway up the lane, this could be go time as, yeah, Canyon had crawled all the way around, and there is the Glacial Prison. That's going to guarantee it. Keen will collect the first kill for Gen.G. Sort of how that one goes is, all right, all out from Doran, looking for Keen here. Does find the charge up, doesn't get the slows on that one anymore, but almost is able to take down Keen, and now he gets a big old crash, and he's running at him. It's going to be the counter-strike used here by Keen. Doesn't have the leap strike anymore. He's trying to get his health back.
Wants a cannon.
And Doran really wants more. He gets the flash out, but there's the kill. Doran actually able to stay alive in the end, just barely.
That's plate gold going over to Doran. And also Keen wasn't able to get the cannon. He almost got the cannon and then got a counter kill. Gets neither.
All right, there's a polymorph to come through here. Is now Delight. He is very, very close to dead and will be wiped out as the seismic shove is good. Viper just trying to do what he can, but he has not a whole lot to offer here. As the bubble going to speed up, Chovy getting back down towards this bottom side. He'll grab a plate on his way out.
These teams are just so good at punishing any choice made by the enemy jungler or any,
Peanut is in a rough spot. He does have this thing called the cell separation thing, but yeah, that's just, he's dead once again.
Bit rough that Pays didn't get the kill there, but you know, his passive is down now. And wow, 3,000 assists.
3,000 assists for Chovy, so congratulations. Zeka is going to look to take a plate in celebration for all of those assists that he has collected for himself.
It's your 2 Drake lead in your heart and in your mind. Zeka once again in danger.
Yeah, Buster shot going to be needed here as he does manage to knock Canyon away, but Canyon still lands the Glacial Prison because of course he doesn't. Keen, he's now on 2 kills. They're looking to take down this turret as well, and 4 members of Gen.G down here. Doran, I don't think he's defending this one. And Gen.G, yeah, there's a Drake that's alive, but they're also just wiping the map of all the structures. He was thinking about looking for Chovy there, but not actually able to grab too much as this Drake, that's going to be taken down. And now Doran, he's trying to get in there. Does actually pick up the Sejuani, goes all out, and they might be able to grab this kill. He flashes, but everyone can get over that wall. That's another kill for the Zeri. Gets knocked up by the tidal wave as in goes Keen, the ulti out from Viper, but now he's on about 0 health. Doran has a shield, so he's not going to burn down to the ignite, and Delight flashes over. Yeah, manages to get the shield, be able to eat up that ignite, as now Doran just fighting Canyon here. And it'll take forever. Now that Pace turns up, I think that Doran's probably just going to die. As, yeah, 85%.
And without Prio, it's hard for Doran to actually have agency here, so they just start this one up, and where's the entry point for Doran? He doesn't really have one. They're just going to now turn on to him.
Yeah, he does have a blast cone that he can utilize here as Pace getting aggressive, but he is soaking a lot of attention more than anything else. It does allow Peanut to get in the right area. He's eating Bloblets as well, so he should be all right as Chovy sets up a wall. The Glacial Prison's not going to work out, but the Smite will, as they do manage to lock down their second Hextech Dragon. Now Doran looking for that backline. A lot of damage as Viper gets that ulti down, and somehow Doran survives for about forever. Still, doesn't look like it, although Peanut, he's the one that gets the bad news. He's pretty tanky, but oh my goodness, the layering of this CC is just ridiculous. No teleports available.
Okay, Viper is like, I think I might be able to do something with this. Maybe. I'm Zeri.
I mean,
I don't have ult, but I'm trying.
Baron is going to be real dangerous times. He does sidestep, as now Keen is going to force out the skate. Jet Set Radio Future's out, and that's going to mean that the Baron is taken by Chovy. So that's closer than it could have otherwise been. Delight has to flash, is now, okay, Doran on this K'Sante sets up vision and is now looking to corral them. They are a man down because Peanut is not in the area, but Doran is pretty large. It's a fair bit of AoE that they have going down, but they just focus the right targets. They get rid of. Doing his very best to defend here as Keen puts up the Counter-Strike. Extendo Beam is going to land onto Chovy, and Viper is scary, but he is not, when he's prisoned, he is not as scary. And now with 5 members strong, in goes Peanut. He actually looks for Canyon, but minions are everywhere. He gets the wild growth. He tries to stay alive, but he does not have the passive. And he's going to be taken out by Paze here. They'll now just crack open the base in the mid lane. They'll head towards top lane as well. And Harmolife Esports 4 versus 5 are not going to be able to fight this. And Gen G, they just managed to put the screws in early enough. They didn't allow the Zeri to get the work done. Paze has been dashing around these fights, looking fantastic in the mid to late game so far. And Zeka, he's been basically invisible.
He is just, I mean, he's just unable to do anything. And he doesn't have a team to empower him either.
Doran? He is going to get immediately stunned. Viper also dashing on over. Not sure about that one. Doran is very tanky, so he's going to survive. Well, we're looking for the flank play. Let's see whether this one's going to work out, as that's a very long distance K'Sante. Peanut going to be thrown over. Another bubble is gorgeous, as he is going to get split up. Now Doran looking for the opportunity, as Canyon's taking a fair bit of damage, but he's not the optimal target. He's the tank. He's the one that's supposed to take the damage. And Viper, he's now trying to find Pace, and he does get there almost. And there's the Counter-Strike. The instant cleanse is not enough because Keen just bonks him on the noggin, and that is going to be the Zeri out of the fight. Another Counter-Strike comes in. It is a pretty decent polymorph, but it's not enough, and Chovy's there with the damage for the remainder of the kills. I mean, Genji, I think, are just going to win the game.
Keen is playing insane this game. I mean, even though he had a laning phase where he was targeted, it doesn't matter. He's crushing Zeka in sides. He is getting on top of carries. He is not afraid to just go for the Counter-Strike play against all odds. And once again, just takes Viper out. This game is so done.
Well, Peanut does connect an arm.
10% or less health. And Zeka will end up doing less damage than Doran in this game on the Tristana. Half of Chovy's damage. And Aatrox is going to be the answer. I mean, that's a good matchup. If it's played well, into the Jace can be strong. You've got Sejuani synergy here. Doran might be able to pop off again, but I worry for team fights more than anything else.
He gets completely out of control. A lot of questions here as we jump onto the Rift for game number 2.
Just constantly putting poke in. You can only dodge once and you don't really want to, because that would be a waste of your ultimate. This doesn't feel like this Xayah is going to be able to do too much in team fights unless Hanwha Esports are in full control.
Well, so far, Hanwha are in a fantastic position because Chovy missed 2 melee minions. And so it's going disastrously in this mid lane for the Ahri.
Delight.
Oh, another one missed, only 3?
Yeah. Just wanted to point out Delight 6-1 on this Rakan.
So maybe the Volibear doesn't fall under the same banner, but Drake going to be started here by Canyon, who is sort of man about town at this point in time. Ahead in farm by just a little bit, but actually going to use the dragon to taxi on over more than anything else. Pulls it out of the pit at least. We'll get the help from a cow as Peanut collects his second bub. So the Kevins all taken down here. 1 to Genji and 2 over to Hanwha Life.
So Canyon basically getting everything he wants here.
And full information given over there as well, as Lahan's not going to get knocked up. But of course, Delight is just trying to make sure that they get a crash. And okay, he's just going to flash headbutt. Viper is going to be able to get the flash off before the headbutt does come back. Just went back to base together and both bought shoes. So they went shoe shopping together. It's very cute.
That's cute.
As Peanut is going to find Canyon, or as Canyon found Peanut, Chovy definitely has, as he does collect a Glacial Prison, but does manage to use that Spirit Rush pretty beautifully. Peanut does have to flash, but there's the kick flash onto the Sejuani. He's pretty tanky, but that is first blood going over to Canyon. He immediately goes down as it's Delight that picks that one up, and now Gen G in an awkward spot, but Chovy is bouncing in and out of the fight. The seismic shove collects the kill under the cow, and it's a 2 for 2. And first blood was in there somewhere.
30 CS ahead. It will be like 20 actually after he catches that wave. Lehends.
Headbutt going to be used here as the wall is just not quite long enough, but it does not matter. He's only level 5. His will is quite breakable at this stage of the game, and that is going to be Viper locking that one up. Yeah, I think if there's anyone that you could trust to figure out a way to get it done, it would be him, as Humble Life Esports have a lot of vision around this dragon, as Jonah Strong was just letting us know. Great to see that. As Peanut, he wants to guarantee this as Chovy does move up. Peanut looks for it, and Seismic Shove actually going to catch Chovy. He does have his flash available. That's why Peanut wasn't using the ult, because he wanted that flash to come out first. As now Delight might be caught at the Q. And it is in fact Doran teleporting back towards the top side. So now Gen G can move back in. Maybe the teleport was a little bit early as the Q's going to connect. And in he goes and he steals it away. Oh, we saw that in slow motion, didn't we? As Canyon is still going to burn down. But that's 2 dragons over to Gen G. Oh, the Pulverize is massive as Viper is down to 100 health. And now Pace just hops on over. And the Fate's Call is massive also. Chovy, he'll be able to help lock down his ex-teammate, and it's a double kill for Pace.
And the chaos, Chovy hitting the CC.
Yeah, it was beautifully done. And Canyon is, you know, feeling a little bit sheepish after he died, but he managed to lock down the kill. Keen wanting to poke.
Exactly. That was the only thing I was going to say is that does feel good as he's just going to go through the chains.
Yeah, and Doran is now going to look to try and lock him down. He flashes over, but the charm is going to be there. Oh, Battle Dance. Delight trying to find the opportunity. Oh, Grand Entrance not quite there, but Viper's going to turn up the charm. What? It connects headbutt Pulv, and Chovy is just toying with them. Delight's still going to be able to knock him up. He is still going to be taken down. But if we just cut the video before that, then it would have looked really, really cool.
I mean, I think it looked really cool the whole way through. That was some of the most impressive passage of play. But before, of course, queuing Viper, putting him down.
Oh, and now Doran is once again in trouble. He tries to get a bit of a combo here, but he's just going to go down. Lehends also, on the other side of the rift, is going to be taken out. And this has turned into a pretty bloodthirsty affair here between these two squads, as Pace just picks up his cow and takes him out of the paddock. The game to really slow down and allow Viper to get to 3 items. Right now is sitting on only 1.5, as Headbutt Pulv is going to dive right on top of the aforementioned players duo teammate, and that is going to be the Rakan falling down. Now Doran, World Ender has been popped, but it is just going to dissipate with a bit of a whimper here, and that is going to guarantee that there is no way Humble Life Esports can get towards this Dragon Pit. Zeker is on the top side of the map. He's going to be able to take down this outer turret, but...
And Baron is spawning in 20. I mean, it feels like we're in late game with how much action we've had, but we're really just on the cusp.
Oh, well, that's going to be the knock-up onto Canyon, but he still manages to safeguard his way out, and he stole the red buff. Pulverize lands only onto Peanut, looks to try and get the stun as well, as Chovy, he's going to get the Feather Storm out of Viper, who does recall the blades, and that is going to be the kill onto the Ahri. Outplayed nicely here, but Gen G, it doesn't look like they're done just yet. Pay's going to have to flash, but in goes Delight. Oh, Pace avoids his ex-teammate as well, as Lehends is going to be left for the Wolves, and Viper, in the end, collects a double. Doran's still looking for more as Keen flashes forward. Pace will be wiped out. Doran's the hero! And Keen able to lock down the Aatrox, but now Humble Life Esports have Baron on their mind.
I just don't think that, I mean, they're so low. I don't think they can actually start it. I mean, you know, maybe just don't do that.
Oh, we're back. We're back in the Thunderdome once again, as the charm is going to miss this time around. Orbit Deception is massive, but Delight will be just completely avoided and then blown up by Chovy.
Gen G are just dunking on him. They're down on kills. They're only 2,000 gold ahead.
And Delight, it's going to be harder for him to engage because he's at 50% health.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, okay. That is a target that you could look for, as gets the Feather Storm very comfortably.
That's all it takes.
Canyon. He's magnetized these Qs, dude.
Yeah, that's all it takes. And now look at Chovy's angle.
Yeah, Delight now in trouble. That is a point-blank Orbit Deception. Still has the charm, but Delight quite going to be hit by it.
But I mean, he does enough damage. He's going to trade one solo Ocean Dragon for Baron and be happy with a Hanwha Life. I don't think they can contest this. The damage is real here. They have to try, but look at how little vision they have. Look at the pings of the wards. They know there are so many wards on every single entry point. Gen.G cover their bases so hard, and like you said, the vision was moved to Dragon. Gen.G cleared up all the vision here. No ult for Viper. There is no contest. As Viper once again gets hit. Ow, indeed. And this next wave is going to be the end of this mid inhibitor turret.
And there it goes. So Chain's going to come through, and that just means that Chovy says, no, do not chain me. I will put you in the death chain.
That's
exactly what he did.
Every time he tries, Chovy just goes through it, straight towards him, and then magnetizes that charm. This one's going to miss, but the damage is done.
Yep, Celestial opposition now down, so Delight is very susceptible now. As this inhibitor turret, Flash Bulb not quite going to do it there from Lehends. As the feathers are picked up, and Glacial Prison goes completely wide. Decent seismic shove there, but the Fate's Call is now going to come through, and Peanut will be taken down. Grand Entrance onto 2 from Delight as they dive into the skies, says Keen, and Pays says, all right, that's where I'll send him. They managed to get the kill onto Zeka there, and it's only Delight that gets to watch as a lot of his ex-teammates destroy his Nexus. And Gen.G, they'll 2-0 their way through Hanwha Life Esports to our Saturday showdown.
What?
Thank you very much, guys. This is Deer for the POG interview translation, joined by Canyon and Chovy on the side of Gen.G, who has become the first team to reach 12 wins. Congratulations! Canyon, after hitting 600 POG points, you managed to secure a spot on the top of the POG leaderboard, which was taken over by mid laners. So how do you feel? Instead of taking too much consideration about POG rankings, I believe that all the practice that I put into trying to win this match has paid off, and I'm really happy that we're able to secure today's victory. And then we have Chovy at 1,000 POG points. You are the first one to reach 4 digits this spring, so how do you feel? I'm delighted that we were able to win today, and I was able to get a POG, and I am at 1,000 POG points. I think anyone was bound to get to 1,000 POG points, and I think I just happened to be the one here, so I'm just happy about that. And Chovy, you guys secured your 15th consecutive match win against Hanwha Life Esports, and you are continuing your 100% win rate against Zeka. So what are your thoughts on this record? So just being able to win against Hanwha Life Esports a lot, I just realized that. I think that's really good. I don't think there is any trend that I'm so wary about in regards to any sort of matchups against other players. When I think about my own matchups with other players, especially mid laners. And Canyon, your opponent, Peanut. You're with lots of options to pick from. You took Sejuani as your blue 1 pick. So do you believe Sejuani is on the top of the tier list currently? I believe I was trying to consider the opponent's pick and their champion pool, and it just kind of overlapped with the plan that we had in mind and the draft that we had in preparation, so that's probably why. And your opponent Peanut picked Zac today. He showed intention of focusing on ganks. So what was the game plan to deal with him? I believe Peanut has really good qualities and he has strengths, and Zac definitely is a gank-focused champion, but I believe that I was able to maintain my confidence. I think I had faith in our team to actually follow up, and I think that's probably why we were able to win so easily today. And in Game 2, you locked in the newly buffed Ahri and Jace. What kind of strength were you looking for in this draft? I feel like there's a lot of strategy that's involved regarding picking these champions, so I can't really share too much about that. But I believe we were able to compose a good draft based on all the buffs that these champions got. And it was the first time Ahri appeared after a long time. So what was the benefit of building Malignance first? I think Malignance just really works well with Ahri. I honestly don't think there's any hesitation into picking Malignance because it just works so well with Ahri's ult. And Chovy, your Ahri has an insane win rate, and with today's victory you have a 24 win and 4 loss, a 85% win rate. Yeah, so I think this patch, I'm pretty satisfied and I'm pretty thrilled about this patch. Although I'm not able to use Everfrost, which works really well with Ahri, I think there are other ways to itemize with Ahri currently. And with Lehans making some Rift Herald mistakes in the past, we're aware that he was no longer supposed to be on driver duty. But how come are you letting him ride the Herald still? You know, he took it and, you know, the first time was fine. And there was a little bit of a mistake on the second time. I just sort of went with the flow. I said, okay, well, you go ahead. And I think in the end it worked out, so I'm fine with it. And Lehans also said, you are Lee Sin himself, Canyon. What a wonderful compliment. Any message to Lehans? I'm happy that he has such good things to say. I believe that we were able to secure a lot of victories thanks to Lehans. So thank you. Now, following up with today's match against Hana Life Esports, Gen.G has a huge match coming up, a Saturday showdown against T1. Any comments on preparation? Oh yeah, in round 2, we are against T1 again. We'll make sure that we are in our top condition and we'll make sure that we will win. And Chovy, our match against T1 is quite important. I think what will be especially important is just to manage our condition the most, and we'll make sure that we are able to win. And this will be the end of the interview with Canyon and Chovy, and back to the space.